What is up, whiskey folk? How are we doing on this Thursday evening? Now, this Thursday is going to be an epic night of whiskey. Last time I went live, we managed to organise a lovely evening of whiskey with my boy Ear Whiskey, and then me, and then Roy. Today, we're doing something quite similar, starting with me this time, then Roy, and then on from that. I think it's just by accident. We've got some more guys. It's Brad and his boys going live later. And then, of course, the S4Ds at 3. They're going to be links in all of the descriptions below. And Roy is going to be on there as well. Now, today, I've got something very exciting to do, which is this live blind challenge. So I haven't even opened this yet. Now, I'm going to open this in a moment, but I'm going to say hello to a few people. So we're going to go through this kind of blind thing. I'll explain it all as we go through if you're not sure about the concept. But there's a reason why I'm doing this completely fresh. Also, if I sound a little croaky, then you forgive me. I have just recovered from a little bit of a cold, so might not be on top of my game today. But anyway, let's say hello to a few people. Ebhead was in nice and early, half an hour early. Cheers, dude, for coming in. Whiskey Geek as well, who we'll talk about in a moment because he's involved quite heavily in this. Mino's multi-mission. I'm looking up here because that's where my computer screen is now, so I'll try and look down here at you guys as much as I can. Sorry if I sound a bit loud as well. Let me know if I'm a bit loud. We had a good chat. Dom's Whiskey's in. He's just releasing some new content, so go and check him out. Scrolling through. The Doc is in. McCallum Final Rare, nice to see you. Radix in. Cheers, dude. We've got... Keep going. I think it's just a few months ago it all kicked off. Chris Smidgel kickers in. I don't think I've seen your name before. Maybe I have. I don't go live often enough, I don't think. That's my problem. I do need to go. Brad's in. Yes, of course. Yes. He's managed to get in. David Evans, go Habs. Yes. Zach, yes. Tony Evans is in. Oh, the list is going on. Bloody hell. You guys are so awesome for coming in and checking this out. Terry Stevens is in. Yes, he's just got my package, which is cool. Benjamin Morrison's in. Service Alphas, we all know who you are. My friend Whiskey Shared is in. Hello, how you doing? Yes, this is awesome. Right, okay, so one final one. Daniel's in. Yes. So let's talk about the vPub live that's going to be happening after this show. You're going to have a little bit of a break after me, so I'm going to try and keep on until about 9:30, and then I'm going to give you a 15-minute break, and then we'll move over to Royce. So he does this blind challenge. Now, I was one of the first. The actual first one was Food Quick, but his went kind of under the radar. The first official one, I guess, was me. I don't know, nearly 2 years ago now. Maybe you guys will be able to tell me better than me. I can't remember. I think it was nearly 2 years ago. Did pretty well, I think. Although I think that the format has changed a little bit. Now, I don't know what's in this at all. This is going to be your guys' first view of this. But the reason why I'm doing this on a live stream today is because the guys that are involved in Roy's live stream, we've got Ben the Whiskey Geek, we've got Jason of malt.com, and we've got Gregor, who is just like always in the comments. He's not in this comments today because he has decided he wants to go into Roy's perfectly flat, and that's admirable. Just so you know, there are going to be no spoilers in this whatsoever. We've done something a bit crafty with the drams over here, so you'll see what I mean in a moment. But let's get into this because, in fact, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to open this just now. I'm going to pour some of these drams because I think they need to air a little bit. Knowing Roy, there's probably some banging drams in here, so I'm going to do this. This is all part of it that you guys normally miss out on because there's no time to do this on a live stream usually. So I'll talk about the actual coins in a moment as well. I've got loads of coins to show you guys. All new ones from channels that you won't have heard of and some you will have. So yeah, you can see here, I've written on it number 1. There's no dots on this at all. The dots were here and here. All dots have gone. Oh, look at that. Royce just jumped in and he's given me a super chat. Thank you very much, my friend. Absolutely brilliant. I don't know how much you're going to be sticking about, but you've probably got stuff to do. But either way, good to see you. Anyway, so yeah, all dots are gone. So if you're watching this and you're going to be watching Roy's after, you won't know what my key is. I've written my key down here. This is all completely kind of blind to you guys. So if I say this is number 1, you don't know if this is kind of orange, blue, yellow, red, or green. They're the colours. That's the idea, right? So you might, if you're eagle-eyed, you might get by the colour of the actual drams itself. So I've written on here, this is number 1. And I'm going to keep these in some sort of order. I should have written on these as well, but I didn't want to get my my glasses dirty. So number 1 is going into Scotch Test Dummies. Let's put that behind there. And that's got my brand new clear, no nonsense whiskey coins. These are relatively handmade. I've got these laser cut where I work, but I've hand finished these to get a nice clear. Oh, look at that. Yes, to get a nice clear edge. But you can only get hold of these if you are a patron of mine, and they are going to be free to patrons. Now, I can't promise you're going to get yours anytime soon, but I'm going to be posting them gradually throughout the next few months. So if you're interested in getting hold of these, you can only get them if you're an active patron. There you go. That's the last time I'll pitch that, I promise. So that's going to go on top of there. Number 2. This is going in the Dram Team, which, as we all know, one of my favourite subscription services. Love those guys. I believe I'm their longest running subscriber now. Why not? And that is, of course, going underneath an Aqua Vitae coin. I've got a bit of a kind of admission to make here. Now, I didn't clean my 2 Aqua Vitae glasses, so I don't have any Aqua Vitae glasses on. So instead, I'm flying the colours over here, and I've got my sneaky and Evangelist coin, which hopefully a lot of you will have, because a lot of you are patrons of Roy's. Next up, we've got number 3. Here it is, number 3. This is going in my Whiskey Wings glass. He's not on YouTube, but he is on Instagram. So go and check out Whiskey Wings on Instagram. And that is going to be underneath a last drop coin. I think it's probably that way around, right? For you guys. Yeah. Not so good at keeping in the vapors, but it's a pretty cool little, it's metal. Little cool coin anyway. So that's going to go on there. We've got Dram number 4. Dom's saying he's got no sound. Everyone else has got sound though, right? Please tell me you've all got sound. Otherwise, I've just been talking to myself and none of you have been telling me. Right. Anyway, I'm going to crack on until someone tells me otherwise. The next one is going in Spiritworks glass. Now, these guys are a bar in Lichfield. So if you're in the UK, then there he is, Spiritworks Tom. Boom, I'm going to show you this. That is a sweet glass, that. Okay, everyone says sound is okay. Dom, sorry, dude, it's just you. I don't know what else to tell you. You're going to have to mess around with your sound. It's probably because you've been messing around with OBS too much. I'm going to tell you that. Right, and that one is underneath this new Dram drinker coin, which is wood. God knows how he makes this, but it's quite a nice little thing. It's not quite completely round, but it's pretty awesome. That's just going to sit there. And finally, we have Dram number 5. And that's going to go in my Jason Whiskey Wise glass. Where the hell is Jason? This is the big problem, right? You get a job in the whiskey industry and then suddenly the channel has to stop. That would be an absolute no-no for me. If anybody ever offered me a job in the whiskey industry, they haven't. But if they did, the caveat, I'd have to write it into my contract that you will not stop me from doing my channel, because that's just, this is my baby, guys. No, nothing's going to stop me from doing this. I would rather work my normal day job for the rest of my life than give this up. And this is under a Whiskey Trials coin. All 3 of these guys are relatively new YouTubers. They've been around for a while, to be fair, but they're still quite small. So go and check out those guys. Right, I'm going to talk a little bit about these coins in a bit, but let's open up the goodies, shall we? Because I am a bit worried about this, because I've heard from Ben that there's some interesting things going on in here. Now, I don't know anything. Look, see, sealed. Rip that off. This is going in completely new. Guys, I'm going to try and keep up with the comments. So if you've got questions for me, let me know. But I'm pretty much going to go on with content. And that's just the way it's going to be, I think. I'm not sure how long this is going to take me. So I'm going to take my time over it. I'm not going to jump into these two so quickly. So this is pretty recognizable for me. Open on receipt, that says. As you can see, look. See? Seal intact. Challenges. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to do the through the letterbox. So I probably should have said that to start with, right? The idea behind this is because when Roy does his live directly after this, all the guys that have done it, or the ones that have received their packs at least, because I know Doc didn't receive his pack. Oh, it's an absolute shame. But you won't get to see this part of it. They will have already nosed, tasted, and ranked their whiskies. And then they would have kept these ones, the challenges, to themselves. They haven't opened those yet. So I am only going to get as far as nosing, tasting, and ranking these in order. I'm going to keep the key to myself. All you're going to know is my numbers. And then if you're in the chat in Roy's live, then I will slowly drip feed my kind of keys, so you'll know which one their green spot was in comparison to mine. That's the idea. So you can see this all set up and get a kind of bit of a background thing about what went on. If you've seen any of Roy's blind challenges, you'll know that they're quite heavily edited to keep within a kind of time frame. So this is just going to be pure live. I haven't smelt any of these. I haven't tasted any of these. It's probably going to be bloody awful, but we thought we'd give it a go anyway. We'll see what happens. All right, more goodies. Oh, Zach's dropped me a super chat. Cheers, dude. He says, smash the like button for Vin. Well, you know, I would say do that. Of course I would. So I think you should all hit the like button. It really does help, you know. Tells YouTube that everyone loves it. Right. Look, this is an upgrade. Oh, look at that. Oh, he's got like a scorecard and everything. Hang about. Let me see what we got here. Right, we've got some numbers and colour. So I'm not going to use this because I don't know what the colours are. I've already ripped them off. That's a lie. Obviously, I know what the colours are. You know that I know. But I don't want you guys to know. I could have used these numbers here, I guess. But that's still pretty awesome. I love it. What kind of paper is that, man? That is not cheap paper. Let's just pop that over there out the way. And then we've got the scorecard, the challenges. So I am going to use this, but not on my live stream. I'm going to use this afterwards. And I'll probably post a picture of it so you guys can see. And I'll rank them in order. And I'll tell you what numbers and what colours I've done after it. So, but I'll pop that aside. Okay. So I think, because I'm not going to be trying one of these, that I need some kind of whiskey, right? Let's grab a glass down here and grab something fairly neutral. How about a Mac Swedish single malt? I haven't reviewed this yet. It is upcoming. Just a wee dribble to keep my voice going, because as you can hear, I'm quite bassy at the moment. Okay. Before we open this then, let's talk a little bit about some other whiskey coins that I've just received through various channels. I think we've talked a few about these, but I want to show you some of these because these are people that you might not know of. If you're active in the whiskey tube world, if you watch us guys regularly, you probably heard of a few of these guys. First one is this guy here, Eric Waite. Met him in Austin, but he sent me this. We did a coin swap, and it's really weighty. It's so nice. Actually, I don't want to put it on top of glasses because I feel like I might chip a glass. It's so weighty, but I do like these metal things. Really nice. Hopefully this doesn't bang on the mic too much. Next one is another one. Now this one, Brad gave me this, and this is the Bergil. I don't know what I'm saying with that. It's pretty cool. It's one of the kind of Whiskey Tribe things, which is pretty awesome. It's another one that's really heavy, same size as the other one, and I love it again. Eric Waite. Yeah. Right. Next one is the Bourbon Sane, which is pretty cool. I like this little coin. It's very fresh and kind of defined, I would say. There's not much faff going on there, which is cool. If you don't know this guy, you should go and check him out. He's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool guy. I met him in Austin as well. In fact, most of these are Austin ones, to be honest. Next up, I'm sure you guys all know this lovely lady, Scotch on the Bayou, Slancha Y'all. She is an amazing girl, Leanne, and she gave me this coin. And I think I'm pretty sure I gave her a coin in return, but maybe I didn't. If you're watching, Leanne, and you watch this later, then let me know if I didn't or not, because I'll send you one. And almost lastly, the Mash and Drum kit number 1. Now this is weird because it's really thin. It's the same size, not quite. It's just a little bit shy of the normal whiskey coins, but it's really thin as well. And the idea is this is going to be a kind of like a drum kit. I'm not sure if he's going to send out some to perch it all on, but this is like, I'm not even sure which part this is going to be. Probably a symbol or something. It's quite thin. Nice though. It's nice. Save the best till last. Save the best till last. I've just received this. This is a coin like you have never seen before, and there's a reason why I haven't put this onto a glass today. This is from Spirits People. I've been on his live. He hasn't been on my live yet. I need to sort that out. But he has kind of hand ordered and made all of these different parts. So this front bit here is Spirits People Worldwide, and it's got a kind of etching on it, same as my clear ones. But on the back side, this is where it gets really interesting. So it's a kind of an acrylic part, and then I guess wood. It's like a laminate wood, 3-layer wood on there. And then inside here, it's got some cork, which has been burnt. I'm going to say burnt on. And hopefully, I don't know if you'll be able to get a zoom on this. Come on. Webcams. Anyway, it says, thank you, No Nonsense Whiskey, patron since July 11th, 2019. So he's sending these out, again, for free to patrons, which at vast expense to himself, I should imagine. And it kind of makes my little offering a bit measly, to be honest. But it's still a bizzo-looking coin. But the reason why I haven't got this on a glass is because it smells of burnt, which is a really nice smell. It's a really awesome smell. But I think it might actually help a kind of whiskey, a kind of a peated whiskey. But I don't want it to influence these in any way, shape, or form. So I'm not going to put it on a glass today. But there you go. There you go. Right. Let's have a look at a few hellos and see who has jumped in since I last said hello to people. I'm probably going to not go back far enough. But I think, did I say hello to Jimmy Jazz? If not, hello, Jimmy Jazz. Steve A is in. Steve Whiskey Breuer is in. Doug Crosshope is in. Awesome. Do I have? Where's the thing? Oh, here it is. He gave me a whiskey knife. Now he said there's no whiskey kind of related vibes to this, but when I met him in Austin, he handed me this, and this I think it's just some antler on here or something like that. And I snuck it back into my case. Actually, I don't think it's illegal to bring these back. But although he said there's no whiskey kind of back history to this, there is now, because a awesome whiskey guy gave me this because I was lacking a whiskey knife. And I'm still going to build that whiskey knife, but I'm waiting until it's a bit warmer outside. But yeah, it's so sharp. I've cut myself a couple of times because I'm not really used to knives like that. But it's awesome. I'm going to use that on more videos coming soon. Spiritworks Tom is in. Got the glass on the table. Nice one, dude. Prestige Liquids is in. Morning. How you doing, my friend? Greg's Whiskey Guide is in. Kilted Moose is in. He says he's got his pack ready to go and all set up. He is one of the guys that's going to be in the green room for Roy's Live. Just caught myself talking really fast there, so I'm going to try and slow down a little bit. I do get excited on these lives. Malt Chronicles is in. Yes. Have I missed anybody? Of course I have. Luna's in. Hey, how you doing? Kevin Bright's in. Evening, starting off with a Sharps Coconut Stout. Suits you. Why not? I think I've said hello to everyone else. Peter Woodcocks. If I've missed you, I'm so sorry. Make sure you at me so that it really does show up. Pete James has dropped me a super chat. Thank you very much. Love your channel. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Lovely to see you in today. Whiskey Straight Owl's in, and Paul Gibbs as well. Met that guy for the first time the other day. Right. Let's stop messing about, because I'm going to struggle for time, I think, actually. Blind challenge, open on receipt, or, in my case, much later and live on stream, very unprofessionally. Okay. Get rid of that. We don't need that. Right. So, lots of words. So bear with me while I read this out. Whiskey, the whiskey's on test, not you. Well, you are a wee bit, he says. This is very similar to what I got before, so this is good. In advance of the vPub Live, as an option, you can do this along with Vin on the No Nonsense Whiskey channel from 8:30. Blimey, you must have only just printed this because we only talked about this the other day. Place the coloured dots on 5 Glencairns. So the idea was to grab all this kit here with all the dots and stuff, and you stick them on your Glencairns, then you can't get them mixed up. Not doing that. So I'm just going to go with the numbers. You have to keep up with me on that, I'm afraid. Nose and taste. Summarise your thoughts. Guess only if you feel confident. Commit to your favourite through your least favourite, ranking them 1 to 5 in the grey circles on the map. This is fully blind. The whiskies are on test, not you. Just enjoy. And then it says here, during the vPub Live, that's what you're going to see after me. We're on video. We'll use the coloured dots and the scorecards for you to hold up as a clear visual commitment at each stage. And there'll be challenges, 5 challenges. Last time I had things like find the non-Scotch and find the over 25-year-old whiskey and things like that. So I'm expecting them to be similar, but there's bound to be a curveball or two. Since me and Roy did the live, the challenge last time, it's been a while, and he's refined this a little bit. So I think he's probably going to have upped his game a touch. After that, you complete the challenges. No idea if you're right or not. Then there'll be a semi-blind moment, and so you'll get the drams. I guess that's. I'll look through the letterbox. Do I have a fully revealed one? Am I meant to have an envelope 3? Everyone else has got a pack. Maybe I am. because I don't have a full reveal. I don't think. Maybe he's let me he's not give it to me just in case. Oh no. Oh, okay. So read on. See, this is why I probably should have familiarised myself with it. Never mind. Scores. I'll confirm the drams live. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. I love it. I love it. And he's giving points as well. Oh my god. Okay, right. So my job today is to nose and taste these things, and then rank them in some kind of order. Now, I'm not going to reveal too much about them because if I say certain things, I don't want to lead anybody else. I think it's unlikely. I'm probably gonna have a guess at some regions and things like that, or maybe if I've got some kind of idea about what I think it might be. But yeah, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, so it's going to be a pretty much a kind of casual. It might even be a bit slow, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to finish this one first though, because this is that Mac, and it's a good palate cleanser. I've got my water as well. I'm catching up with some comments. Lee Hosey Haddington Whiskey says, hi, Vin. Yep, nice one, dude. I think you've got a set as well, haven't you? I think I saw. Airhead says you need to start nosing and tasting. Yes, I do. I do. You're right. Is that just because of time or just because of boredom? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Right. First dram, number 1. So what I'll do is I'll go through them all. Okay. I'm going to go through them all in nose first. Oh, we've got a super chat from Whiskey Jason. Thank you very much, my friend. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the season. Merry Christmas to you as well. Interesting nose. This is... Nothing's really leaping out at me. There's some apples and pears, orchards, that kind of thing. That's my usual Space ID vibe notes, that is. I would bet you that there's some sherry in that. Mino says you're 20 minutes in. Just to let you know. Thank you, my friend. If you could let me know when I'm 40 minutes in, that'd be even better. I think I'm just going to power through this, and then whatever's left, we'll just chat, right? Okay. That's a nice, tasty nose. We'll pop that one back. Let's go for number 2. In the old Dram Team glass. Greg's asking, do I have all the same set tonight, Vin, you and Roy's guest? Yes, I do. The only thing that's different is that I have removed the coloured stickers to avoid spoilers and leading anybody else who might have the set, and I've numbered them. So I've got the key here, right in front of me here. So later on, I can tell you, when it's Roy's live, I can tell you which one is their green spot. But I've mixed these up. I just took them out in the bag in a random order and numbered them. Right, this one's wholly richer than the last one. Lots more oak on this. Lots more sherry as well, but not getting the kind of dreaded notes. The sulphur. No sulphur so far. Hopefully Roy hasn't put me any sulphur in here. Who knows? He doesn't smell the sulphur, so he might well have done. Okay, dram number 3. Gregor's come in. Gregor said he wasn't going to come in because he would get spoilers, but he's coming for a sneak peek. Don't worry, my friend. I'm being really quite spoiler-free. Hopefully, everyone thinks I'm being spoiler-free. Let Gregor know if you think I've been spoiler-free. Oh, this one's got huge appley notes on it. Maybe I'm being led by the last ones. Dan E says Roy is tricky. Yes, he is. Tricky Scott. This is I like this. Steve A says, I convinced him over in a barfly chat. Good on you. Good on you. Right. I like the smell of that. So far, so good, Roy. You've hit my my kind of chosen. This is a bit darker. Okay. Interesting. Now this smells like it might be. I'm going to guess now. It smells like it might be slightly high ABV. I know that's a bit tough to tell on the nose sometimes, but I've got that kind of waft. This has got some serious sherry in it, but again, no sulfur notes. Good picks, good picks. Ebhead says bourbon. I know you're thinking that from the chat, but this is definitely not bourbon. Oh, do you know what? I shouldn't say definitely. I said this last time when I did my video. Don't say definitely. Spirits People's in. Hey, dude, he said he was listening. I've just been showing off your coin. People are loving that. So maybe you'll get a few new patrons getting hold of that for cheapo. But yeah, it's probably one of the best, definitely one of the most thought out coins I've ever seen. It's big, though. It's big. Oh, yeah, no, it looks pretty good on top of there. Anyway, last one. And then we'll go in for a bit of a tasting, shall we? Oh, woo! Whoa, that just stinks of wood. Oh, there's some smoke in there. Yeah. Oh wow. I mean, it's almost like a bit of like, dare I say, a bit like rotting wood. It's not like rotten, like, you know, like disgusting rotten wood, but like it's some kind of musty wood that's been it's like a felled tree that's been around for. Oh, that's such a nonsense tasting note. I'm so sorry, but that's what I'm getting. Okay. Interesting noses all around. I think it's time I had a taste, don't you? Right. Let's have a taste. If I don't drink water in between each one, then shout at me in the comments. Gregor says the sharing of online drams live is the future, in my opinion. It certainly is, my friend, especially with all you got lovely people. I don't have anyone really in my city that's interested in whiskey. I tried to start up a little bit of a group, but I'm not really that kind of marketing guy, so I'm struggling with it. Right. Cheers, guys. Oh, yeah. Christ, that's got a good ABV on it. I'm going to need to write some stuff down so I can prove that I said it later. This is the most unprofessional thing I've ever done on a live stream, I think. Well, that's probably not true. You'll be able to tell me 100 things I've done unprofessionally, right? So number one, right off the bat, I'm going to guess that's about 50%. That's just a off my head guess, that is. The sherry influence is not as much as I thought it was going to be. Only a slight sherry influence there. Oh, almost did it. Water. Kilted Moose is going to bow out because he doesn't want to be influenced. No worries, dude. I will see you again on Roy's Live. Probably a good shout. I'm trying to keep it as spoiler-free as I can, but you guys need to know what I'm tasting still, right? So this is the one that I said had a lot more sherry, a bit deeper than the last one that I tried. Cheers again. Okay. Well, I spent a bit of time in silence there. Sorry about that. Bit of dead air. Not as high ABV. I'm going to wager about 46 for that. Again, not overly high on the sherry notes. Greg is barring out as well. Cheers for coming in, my friend. See you on Roy's Live. Andreas has said, totally unprofessional. Who can forget when you forgot to rinse between sips? I got in some serious trouble for doing that on my White Walker video of all things. Some guy got in the comments and told me that I was an amateur for not cleansing in between sips of probably one of the most dreadful whiskies I've ever had the misfortune of trying. And I remember saying to the poor guy in the comments, like it really doesn't matter if I cleansed between it or not. It was just a terrible thing. Brad is saying spoiler-free tasting. Tastes like whiskey. Yeah, that's exactly what I need to go for on this. I'm going to have another wee sip of that. Something very familiar in that one. Yes. Okay. Cleansy. Yeah, Doc's pointed out quite rightly that the colour is so different in these that it became almost irrelevant that I took the coloured dots off. Probably true, my friend. The only thing is, it's going to be so busy on Roy's Live that I don't think you're going to be able to see much of the pictures. I don't think... I'm just trying to think who Ben might have, but I don't think anyone's really got a set like me and Roy tend to do. So They might even be off screen, but hopefully it won't spoil it too much. I really should get some of those like blue or black kind of glasses, shouldn't I? Okay, yeah, this one's that. Seriously rich. Mm. Hmm. Okay. Blimey. Initially thinner than I was expecting. A little bit of spice on the back end. Definitely not. It's not heavily sherried, but it's definitely high up on the sherry. I'm going to take a guess on ABV again. I think that's probably one of the best things I can do without spoiling everything. So I think it's probably about 43. I don't think Roy's going to be sending out much of the 40 percenters, but maybe he has. Who knows? Roy is tricksy, as we've already discussed. I'm just saying yes to a message from Prestige Liquids because he said the word butthole, but you know, cheers, dude. I should have probably said that out loud. Don't shut me off, YouTube. Right, number four. How am I doing for time? We're about halfway through. Nice. Yeah, this was that really rich, even richer. They've kind of gone up in richness. Mr. John Jonesy Jones. He says, love your content. Keep doing what you're doing. I certainly will, my friend. Every now and again, I get a comment telling me to stop doing what I'm doing, but it's comments like that really make me want to carry on. Genuinely, we get the best and the worst of people on YouTube, without a doubt. And a cheers to that. Okay, that's got a real thick mouthfeel. I think there's an element of sherry to all of these. Did I cleanse between that last one? I don't think I did I? Amateur hour. But it'll be the next pass that's the important one, because then I'll have to order them in whatever order I think is right. Steve A says, yes, yeah, YouTube comments can be really bad. They certainly can. And I forgot to say, Menno Multimission says, luckily it's a vPub, or Roy should have gotten a bouncer to manage the door policy. That's actually probably true. You know, I mean, I don't really need a moderator at my level. Let me check how many people are in. I don't check that very often. Oh, I don't really need amateur. Did you hear that? Of course you did. 58 watching now. Nice one. Thank you very much. And 27 likes. Thank you all so much. I was really surprised when that actually started making noise then. Did you all hear my noise? Yeah, I'm still learning this whole thing. I've been here for ages and still learning. Right, one final cleanse. Did I guess the ABV on that one? No, I think... Let me have another taste. Yeah, I think about 43 again. Maybe a bit higher. Give me a plus or minus 1 or 2 on that. I'm going to write that down. Plus or minus 1 or 2. Big guesses. A couple of people have just popped in. Who's popped in? Whiskey Games. Dr. Matt Bishop. He's in. He makes Whiskey Dominoes. You can't see it. It's above there. But he makes Whiskey Dominoes. Go and check him out. Matthias. Doc says water. Yes, I know. I'm awful, aren't I? Matthias is in. Had the pleasure of meeting that guy in America as well. He's a cool dude, man. David Owen says it looks like it's going to be a long evening of whiskey. It certainly will be, especially if you're watching everybody's live streams. Quick cleanse. Daniel's ahead of me. Cheers, dude. Water. And James Bourgogne is in. He says, you're doing great. Thank you very much. Honestly, I really do appreciate that. Like the other day, I had a really nice guy comment on my video who said, I apologize for picking this up, but I'm not terribly keen on your audio on this video. And I'd actually forgotten to rebalance my audio in post-edit. And I said to the guy, I said, look, I really appreciate that you've come into me in such a polite and meaningful way, because you wouldn't believe the comments that we get. Like, you know, I've had some of the worst things. You know, people just say, like, I just hate your face. And, you know, he's like, well, I can't do anything about that. And then hopefully you don't watch any more videos, because then, you know, you don't have to suffer my face anymore. But it's just like, what goes through somebody's mind when they say, I'm just going to tell this person that I don't like their face. Bit strange. Last one then. I did cleanse. Rotten wood coming up now. It's hard to explain, Doc. I really, I said it's. I don't know. There's something. It's just very outdoorsy. This one. It's like a pile of like wet wood that you were going to use for a like a fire, but it's wet. You can't use it. Brad says, feel free to minimize YouTube and just listen. Exactly. People don't get it. In this day and age, you don't, the bandwidth is around. We've all got 3G, 4G, 5G phones. You can just treat, especially live streams like this, as a bit of a podcast almost. Right, I'm going to try this. This is the one I'm worried about. Okay. Again, initially kind of thinnish. Oh, mate. Well, this is definitely a smoky whiskey. It's not overly smoky. So I'm going to take a real stab in the dark and say this is quite an aged beast. How about some horse swishing? I am really liking the flavour of that. I can't put my head on it. One more taste. I mean, I can already tell you now, this is probably going to be my favourite one. Just because I love the smoke. Ever see anybody talking while they've still got whiskey in their mouth? Oh, I like that. That's about, I'm going to say 46% again. No, that's wrong. It's higher. 48. I probably shouldn't have said smoky whiskey. Oh, that's a massive spoiler. Sorry, guys. Right, okay. Let's move on. I think I've got 25 minutes left, so that's good. We're doing all right. Let's say hello to some people before the next phase. I think we've got a few people in. Ard Baggy, he's in. Cheers, dude. And thanks for coming back on Patreon, by the way, as well. Muchly appreciated. It's never an obligation, Patreon, so I really appreciate the support. And he says, I love your face. Well, I love your face too, dude. And I will have one of these for you at some point. That's with the back on. Show a good one, Vinny. Come on. There you go. That is going to be coming your way as a patron of mine soon. I did promise I wasn't going to do it again, didn't I? Sorry, but I'm sure Ardpacky wants to know. He love a coin, that guy. He love a coin. Did I say hello to Toby? I think I did, yeah. Well, anyway, hello, Toby. Casper Henriksen's in. Come on, that was nowhere near horse level swishing. You're right. It really wasn't. And I genuinely, I can't bring myself to do it because I have to say, I love Horst in his channel. He's been around for a long time. Actually, I think he's undersubscribed. I think he could have more subscribers. But that swishing, man, just edit that out. You do not need that on your video. I have to say, I do mute the thing when that's something because it's just, I don't want to hear what's going on in your mouth, dude. Christoph Kolderak is in. I've still got your samples up here, right? This guy. Let me show you something quickly. Sidetracked. Unprofessional. He sent me some drams. This is just the first one I picked up. This. Can you see this? Bow Blair 83. Bottled in 2019, I think that says. Might be a 14. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's a 4. 2014, 46%. I can't wait to tuck into these, but I've been waiting until the new year because I'm being all Mr. Professional YouTuber, and I'm trying to cover things that people might get for Christmas. Just kind of buff out the channel a little bit. Christmas is always good for YouTubers, especially whiskey YouTubers, because apparently no one drinks whiskey in the summer apart from us cool people. I think I missed a comment up here about, but it seems to have gone anyway. Maybe they deleted it. Who's next? Mino says, yep, no point in doing Roy's vPub now. It's pretty much all over due to all of your spoilers. Yes, you're probably right. Oh, God. We didn't really talk about it much. I just said, this is what I'm going to do. And he said, yeah, let's do it. Steve A, I thank you very much for refraining from the swishing. Drives me batty. I like the use of the word batty there. That's awesome. Thank you. 40 minutes in, yes. Skip function works well. Yes, indeed, Oliver says. I often watch YouTube on my telly downstairs on my TV, so I don't really skip much anymore. But yeah. Scotch for Dummies are in. Now, if you did catch me at the beginning of the show, I said that you got my live now, Roy's live after me. Then you've got kind of Brad and his crew doing his thing after that. And then you've got the Scotch for Dummies. That's going to be about 3 a.m. UK time, so I won't be there. But hopefully you guys will be if you're over in the US and even further than that, maybe. Or maybe if you're in the UK, you want to be up till 3, you knock yourself out. It's Friday tomorrow. If you're off work, then crack on. Who am I to tell you what to do, right? James says, we are cool. Yes, we are. Right. I have 20 minutes to decide which order I want these to go in. So, Steve A says, a long day of streaming. Yeah, Thursdays are. Now, it always happens to be that I can do a Thursday, but nobody else can really crack on with that. McCallum Fonarena says, aren't you supposed to be putting the jams in? Yes. The chat's a little bit behind me, so I'm just about to start doing that. But thank you very much for the prompt. You're quite right. Still, 20 minutes. I've got enough time. Tom says, off work. What is this you speak of? It's true. Actually, I work for a university, so I get quite a lot of time off. I don't get the summertime break that you think I might get, but okay. Ben's in. Yes. Okay. I mean, that is a good whiskey. Whatever that is. Nice and fresh and clean, not overly sherried. There's definitely a high ABV to that. I think I might even be wrong with a 55. Up, maybe. Carl the Red Barrel says, worst blind tasting I've ever seen. I can clearly see you looking at it. I'm calling the police. This guy's a friend of mine. Bless him, he doesn't know what he's talking about. So, we'll forgive him. He'll have me for that. Right, so I'm putting this in the middle. That's my kind of placeholder. So I'll reflect that with this here. That's number 1 going behind it. So I can keep track of it all. See how we go? He says he never knows. It's true. Do any of us ever know? I mean, I got called a whiskey expert the other day, which is the first time that's ever happened to me. And I didn't know what to think about it because I am not a whiskey expert in any way, shape or form. I know more than the person who doesn't drink whiskey, for sure. But especially in comparison to some of you fine people in the comments. Ben Marnock's in. Hey, dude, he's in St Andrews, one of my favourite spots on the planet, St Andrews, for reasons I won't go into on a live. But if you ever want to ask me about that, then let me know. Right. Yeah, this is a tidy dram. A little sweeter than I thought, but it comes in just behind this one. Maybe not just behind, but definitely behind. Clean. Scotch Dummy says, sounds dirty. It wasn't dirty, just very private. That's all I'll say about that. So it's a personal reasons why I love it so much that people should spend a little bit more time concealing certain things from the internet. Do you know what I mean? Right, let's have a look at this third one. Brad says, technically, I am a whiskey som. I still feel like I don't know anything. It's true, man. It's, imposter syndrome is harsh. It really is. It really is. I suffer from imposter syndrome no end. People always have a go at me for being a bit too modest about my stuff. Because I say it all the time. I still think most of the things I put out is trash, but I enjoy doing it, so I crack on with it. Okay, this one smells good. I like it. Do you know what? I think I know what distillery this is. So, right, this is number 3. So I'm going to write this down. Can you see? Nobody, I haven't got 4K, so you can't see what I'm writing, can you? And when we're done, in fact, what I'll do is I will, I'll get a keyword off somebody. Let's do it. Oh no, I need to find a way of not cheating, so you'll believe me if I get it right. Anyway, right, I think this one nips in here. Did I cleanse on that last one? Was that pretend right? Yes. I actually don't know how to write. I just know how to say fancy things. Oh, hold on. Right. Keep on touch with it, Vinny. Come on. You've only had a few drams. I do call myself Vinny. A few of you have done that. Massive Scott's in. Now then. Now then. Now then. Oh, the nose on this thing, man. It's like... there's some, like, kind of sugary creme brulee notes going on here. Okay, I'm going to struggle with this one. So, it's going either side of this. But I don't know which. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that there. That's number 4. Right, remember that one for me. That's number 4. Let me try this one again. Number 3. One more, number 4. One more, number 4. Tony says, get some oatcakes. I really should get some oatcakes. You're right. Unfortunately, a poorly thought out live stream. Who knew? Right. I think this one's going to top it. Let me try it again. Whiskey Jason said, could that be a bourbon? I don't think it is. No. I'm almost certain it is. I'm on a big bourbon kick at the moment. I don't think this is a bourbon. But that said, I mean, well, okay, look, don't tell anyone else, but look at the colour on that thing. And it's not sherried either. It's not like, I mean, maybe it's got a bit of sherry in it, but it's not overly, it's not like a sherry bomb. Right, that one's going in second place so far then. Let's get some movement around here. Admin. When a whiskey tasting turns into admin. Right. Last one. Blimey, I am pushing it for time. Good point. Lee J. Brown says colour added. Could well be colour added. I know colour added isn't a Roy thing. It's not one of his ABCDs of whiskey. That said, I am pretty sure he is not above a curveball or two. He may say so, but I don't think so. Jimmy Jess says maybe an American single malt. I don't think so. I'm going to call number 4 and say that it's definitely a Scotch or something made in the style of Scotch. Now, American whiskies, malt whiskies tend to be a lot younger, and therefore still, although they've got the colour, they tend to have a more malty vibe to them, a more hay-like grassy vibe to them. But that's just me being very, very generic and trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about. I don't really. Okay, yeah, this one's the infamous. I can't get past this kind of wet wood thing. I mean, I suppose it is, right? You know, chuck it in a cask, it's wet. Although wet is a scientific term for saturated with water. If you cover something with pure alcohol, you can't call it wet because it's technically not wet. Boom. There you go. That's a bit of my day job coming out. It doesn't smell that good. I have to admit, it doesn't smell that good. Let me try. But that peatiness to it. I think I'm just catching up on a little comment here. Mino says Roy wouldn't be that cruel, would he? And Doc said he can be. I think he's got a side in him. Prestige Liquid says, time to run, mate. Have a great chat. We're fun with Roy again. Cheers, dude, for coming in. If you haven't checked out Andrew at Prestige Liquids WW, then do go and check him out. Lots of whiskey channels right now, but check them all out. If you don't like some people, that's fine. There'll be somebody who you can watch that you can listen to, and there'll be people that you can't listen to. I get that sort of comment all the time. Not interested in your voice, people will say. Okay, this one is definitely a V for number 1, but I need to check the other one again, because the ABV, this is really, for me, this is an ABV versus peatiness. Again, spoilers for the peat. Oh my God, that's so lovely. Right. Okay, that's going in first place. That's going in second place. I've done this backwards. This is 1, this is 2. Right, so that was the first one. That was the last one. Right. So, Don Whiskey says, voice is fine, but that face. I know, man. I've got a face for radio. Maybe should have done podcasts, but you can't reach many people with a podcast. Lee Hosey Haddington Whiskey says, this is my first blind tasting. I'm enjoying myself so far. Almost got them in order. Good. It's a tough one. The key to it is just go for it. Blissful says, great job, Vin. Very curious to find out what will happen in the vPub. Me too. Right, so with only 9 minutes to go, we're going to have a little bit of a chat between us before I go, and then I'm going to tell you now which ones I have chosen from worst to best, or as I probably should say, least favourite to most favourite, because every single one of these was a good whiskey in their own right. The first one, my least favourite, number 2. Don't know why I didn't like that so much. 46% I've put that down as. Not going to have a guess where that is. I think it's a Scotch. I'm going to say Scotch. Actually, I think all of these are Scotch, but I think there's going to be a Scotch-like thing. In the last one, he curveballed me with an Indian whiskey, which is made very similarly to Scotch whiskey. Second from bottom was number 3, which I have guessed at the distillery, and I've guessed at the distillery for number 5 as well, which I think they're both Scotches, which I'm going to show you later. Square in the middle is number 4, which that was the one I said 43% plus or minus. Doc says colour is not a big influence factor. Do you know what? It really isn't, my friend. I mean, it looks nice, but I don't care. I don't know. What can I say? I've tried some amazing whiskies that were almost clear. Second best, I've put that down as number 5, which was the slightly smokier one. I have guessed the distillery on that one. About 48%, I think. And last and definitely not least, the best one, in my opinion, number 1, the first one I tried. Pipped it for the high ABV, I think. An all-round package. Nose and taste were both awesome. I have to say, I think the number 5's palate was better than the number 1, but the nose didn't like it so much. It was kind of a bit mossy. Mossy. Yes, that's the first time I've said that on a video. A couple of things people have been saying. Yeah, 23 minutes till the vPub's. So you've only got 20 minutes now, but I'm going to be clearing up in the next 5 minutes or so, and then you can have a little break, go for a little toilet break, get a drink, whatever, and then you'll be on with Roy. I'll be there in the chat. Actually, I think I'll be connecting with him a little bit in the green room as well, so we'll see how that goes. Who else said something? Yeah, I've read out that one already. So Epe says no colours this time. Are you talking about the dots, my friend? If you're talking about the dots, there's a very good reason. I'll go back to that in a minute. But I took the dots off. This was a choice between me and Roy. We didn't want to lead anybody doing the tasting with Roy. A lot of the people that are in here. Some of them have disappeared because I started saying things that I shouldn't have said. But this would be an interesting one, dare I say, to watch back again after. I would love it for you to watch it again, obviously, but yeah, we'll see how I go. I'll show a picture of this thing that I've written now. Right, someone give me a keyword. The first person to say keyword dash something, I'm going to write this on here, and that's going to be kind of my proof that I am not lying. And I'll post a picture of it no matter what. I lost my train of thought. A lot of people saying see at the vPub. Yes. Radic says maybe Law. Do you know what, McCallan, fine and rare, Doc? That's exactly what I think it is. I think it might be a Lafroig. No, nobody tell anyone that I said that. But I think it's a well-aged. I think it might be. No, I can't. I don't want to say it. Right. Okay, I'm going to be a bit naughty here because I did say please say keyword first. So Jean-Paul, although he said barfly, which is a great one, Lee J. Brown says keyword first. So he's said colour. So I'm going to write colour on this. There you go. Right, I'm covering it as well. Etch that in your memory. I will post a picture of that soon. Yeah, I think Doc, you might be right. I think it might be even a bit higher. But yeah, okay. I'm actually going to shut off a little bit early, I think, because I want you guys to have maximum break before Roy. So it's I'm going to wind this up probably about now-ish, unless you guys have got any questions for me before I go. What I will say is I've got some good videos coming up. I've got some reviews, but I've got some other stuff as well. Some interesting things over Christmas time. I'm going to be continuing over Christmas as well. I think I'm going to drop a Christmas video. So if you find yourself like I do, getting very excited in the morning, doing all the bits for the family, but then sort of about 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, you're waiting for dinner, nothing to do. Well, hopefully I'll have a video live for you to waste some time with me. It's going to be a bit of a lengthier one, nothing like this long, but a bit longer than my usual thing. But yeah, go and check out Roy in his live stream in 18 minutes. That's me done for just under an hour. Hopefully you enjoyed this little episode. I've really enjoyed this. This has gone so quickly. It's unreal. Thank you to everybody who donated a super chat to the cause. It's been absolutely brilliant. And one final thing. Do you know what? I've just realized that the one I picked is the coin. One final thing. I'm going to do it one more time. One more time. These coins, awesome. Patreon-only little things. If you want one of these, then go and check out my Patreon. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Sorry, I'm not trying to push it, but, you know, you got to tell people about these things. Peter Wilcox just asking me a quick question. What nice bottles you've got coming for Christmas? Well, I have a big problem because I'm not allowed to buy any bottles in December. We get so many good deals in the UK, but I get a lot of bottles for Christmas. So I don't actually know. I'm assuming I'll get at least one. I'll probably get a couple more, but that's just the way it is. So I'll let you know. Towards the end of the year, I do, like my first video in January is always a collection video. So check that one out in January. You'll see what I've got on my shelves right now. And I'll show you everything that I've got. In any case, I'm going to duck off now. That gives you a good bit of time to refresh before Roy's hefty stream. I don't think I'm going to be on all the way on there. I don't think I'll be catching his quiz, but he might pull me onto the stream as part of it. I don't know yet. We'll see. But thank you very much to everybody for checking out this live stream. You're all beautiful people, and I hope to see you all on more lives and in real life soon. See you all shortly.